Attention, please. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey guys, Dwight, aka East Virginia Studios here. Just want to take a second to say thank you for welcoming me into the community. It's been awesome, and thank Frank over at the Community Pulse for opening everybody up to what I'm doing over here. It's the love and the respect, the mutual respect is the main thing that I really appreciate. I see a lot of building up instead of tearing down. And if there's any criticism, it's constructive. So, thank you, and let's keep building each other up, keep helping each other out. And if I can ever do anything to help anybody, let me know. Thank you.
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Wherever you may be, welcome to the Community Pulse. Let me try this. Thank you, everybody, for coming out once again. This is going to be a blast. We've got an artist that not many of us have heard, but we definitely will get a really good taste of her amazing music. I met her in our community maybe a year and a half, a couple years ago, and just been sharing comments back and forth. And that's Rose Ackerman. And of course, you all know East Virginia Studios, who was on, I think, about 3 weeks ago. He was kind enough to send us that video. I'm not sure if he posted it, but it's amazing. And this is what it's all about. It's all of us growing together. I really want to thank Scars and Shadows and Kid Kane last week. It was a fantastic show. Welcome to a couple new mods. Prince Prodigal, a really, really, really close friend. We speak outside of these communities. And Queen Bee is the other new mod, but I must apologize, Queen. I can't find the actual link. I was searching, but if you can send it to me through DM or however we communicate, I would appreciate that so I can set that up. Anyways, welcome to the 7th edition of the Community Pulse. It's going to be a blast. Like I said, we're going to start off with our co-host, East Virginia Studios. I do want to talk about these channels that you saw at the beginning of the show, and I want to give them a shout out immediately. and what I call notable music streaming channels. Both these artists that are in Backstage are really taking advantage of these streaming channels, platforms, and that play our music. So I wanted to extend my gratitude to 15th Ben Indie Music Rollercoaster every Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Folk Punk and Independent Many United are going to post the links for us. Thank you to all my mods once again for doing an incredible job and supporting me in this little venture that I'm on. Secondly, Metalhead Hippie, who had just celebrated his 4th year streaming. We've got the 907 Global Music Co-op every Friday at 4 p.m. Again, this is all Eastern time zone. Pete Johns, who just celebrated his 200th stream of Your Music Live. And that's the first place that I ever submitted my music to. Probably, I think EVS, the East Virginia studio. I think that's where I first caught his music and stuck with him since that day. Pete is streaming right now due to time change at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Once again, the links are Folk Punk is posting them, and they're also in the description, as well as all the shout outs that I'll be doing tonight. We have Thomas Christ, the U Rock show every Wednesday evening at 7 p.m. Another great show. Independent Many United. She came onto this community by storm. One of the most respectful community members. She happens to be on everybody's stream. She doesn't miss much. She shares out. She does all the right things, and she's just a wonderful person. She has her Indy After Dark every Friday at 8 p.m., and she will play your music, and you will have an opportunity to come up if you take her link that she'll post on Friday evening. So her stream starts at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Chad Freeman has the Ham Show. He has a couple other shows, but the one I'm shouting out is the streaming channels. Every Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. It's another great show. And let's not forget Jade Starr. She has a wonderful show. She's on daily. But the notable one for me is every Thursday, she'll have one of our community members, one of the indie artists in our community, and have an interview with them and get to know them in great depth. It's an amazing show. It starts at 5 p.m. And then we have our Ron Ward, Homegrown Indie Live, every Wednesday. He used to be Wednesday and Thursday, but I'm going to just say Wednesday because I haven't seen anything for Thursday in a while. Wednesday morning, 7 a.m. Eastern Time. That works well for me because it's just while I'm getting started at work. So I don't want to waste too much time. I want to introduce our co-host right now because I don't want Rose Ackerman to sit in the green room for too long because we've got 5 amazing songs that we're going to play of hers. And I'm going to start off by playing a new song that was released by East Virginia Studios. That's how we're going to start this show.
Hands on the bar, hitting it hard since the moment you left. Hope your dreams all come true.
Wow. Wasn't that just awesome? So let's bring on East Virginia Studios. What's going on, brother? You're on mute. Oh, I did it.
Wasn't you this week though?
Oh, wasn't? All right. Great to see you again, brother. How you doing?
Glad to be seen, man. Really glad to be here for this episode in particular.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. We were both talking about it all week. Rose is there. Yeah, we're talking about you back there, Rose. I really love that new release that you put out. Great job on that. Tell me about it. Tell us about it.
Well, it's a non-single kind of single. It was on my last album, which came out in February. But I decided to make a video for it because I really liked that one. It was a little more personal than a lot of my stuff.
Yeah, that's awesome. Hello, everybody out there. Mike and Don, Folk Punk, once again, thank you. Snooks, Leanie, Chad, Kurt, Lars Guitars. In the next few weeks, we've got quite a lineup. I will reveal some of them. We have Lars, we have Mike and Don, we have Michael Thompson, we have, now I'm probably gonna forget a whole bunch. We got Georgia J. We got so many different artists coming up, and we're gonna have a blast with this. As a matter of fact, I got so caught up with all the emails I'd forgotten that I had already promised a few people certain dates. Yeah, and that's what you get when Folk Punk, who pretty much manages this whole thing behind the scenes, he's away for 2 weeks, and he better not be away again because I'm a mess without him.
That's a good problem to have, though.
Yeah.
Lots of people.
For sure. Yeah. And we're booked right into June, and I don't have my spreadsheet in front of me, and everybody knows me. I'm not going into the back end to try to find this because I'm going to screw something up, guaranteed. So let's start off. I'd like to start off with mentioning a few past week premieres, as I normally do. And this has been another crazy week with a lot of great music that has come out. Starting with 15, Bend released a song for all us Bendsters. It's an instrumental, really cool track. Folk Punk went out for a drive. I'm not sure from where he's at, if it's east-west, but he went towards Vermont and parked his car to watch this, the eclipse, and he titled it 4824 St. Johnsbury, Vermont. Beautiful little acoustic track and really nice graphics, nice video, and he's just such an amazing talent.
Yeah, love that guy.
Yeah, we got Crimson Crux released a song called Glitch featuring Paul Martinez. Roca Velaneda, Living by the Clock, released a nice original composition. And of course, East Virginia Studio, a Tracy Lawrence, Mark Nessler cover titled Used to the Pain. Jack Prebeck, Cortez has left the building. Jack is another channel that I don't mention too often, but it's a great channel to go follow. I met him through the Metalhead Hippie community. And Joe and Barry Glenn, two beautiful tracks this week alone. Mm-hmm. And I purchased them both on Bandcamp. A lot of these musicians that I'm shouting out, our music is available on Bandcamp, even East Virginia Studio and Rose as we introduce her. If I can get one of my mods to find, because I know Folk Punk has his hands full, to find East Virginia studios and Rose Ackerman, the Bandcamp links, because I forgot to send it. Yeah, Joe and Barry Glenn released a remix of Sweet Secrets and The Drowned Lovers. It's just beautiful stuff that
Yeah.
they put out. And of course, they're Canadian. Wes Herndon Official. You heard of them?
Oh yeah, me and Wes are
So,
close.
and here's how the community works. Wes wasted no time but coming on my channel and just being appreciative to support his friend here, East Virginia studio, and showing his appreciation. And we've been linked ever since. And this is how the community grows, and this is what it's all about.
That's right.
So he has a new release called Me Being Silly for My Mom's Birthday. Happy B-Day, Mom. Love you. It's just beautiful. And again, fits right into the community because pretty much everybody that I know in these communities, family means everything. Leroy's musical journey, Nia Low cover titled I'll Make It Happen. He does a lot of AI vocals stuff that I know nothing about yet. I'm
Yes,
sure I'm going to
interesting.
have to learn sooner or later. Scars and Shadow. I just happened to see one. I think it was yesterday. It's Time Again. And I probably missed one throughout the week. She just releases incredible music and often. It's a great channel.
Yeah.
Go check out. And my man, Prince Prodigal, which is now a mod here on this channel. Y'all have to go check out his channel. He's got incredible music. Really love the video on this one. I'm not going to tell you about it, but it's really cool. Great stuff, man. Once again, family is everything. Russ 88,
Yes.
89, a cover of The Cure's A Forest. Deed 1951. There's another channel that I don't mention too often, a great supporter of mine for over a couple of years now. World at the Breaking Point, really cool track. SM Borthwick, which I owe publicly, and I have apologized to him via email. Another one that I double booked and I totally screwed up. And unfortunately, he won't be able to come back on to the date that I had set initially. Till maybe in July we'll revisit that. He released a song called Just Because. I'm going to read a few more before we invite our guest back, Rose. Ashley HM, another channel that I hadn't mentioned as of yet. She released my Carmageddon music video. She does a lot of, she's a wicked guitarist, a lot of videos based on games.
That's a cool idea.
It's powerful, man. I don't know anything about games. For me, it was like Atari table tennis. Lori's Mishmash. What a nice treat last night.
Yes.
She released, you know what? I think I did it again. Oops. I did it again. I copied the wrong one because I had Mark Tanner here too. So Lori's Mishmash and Mark Tanner, it was a collab. So I only have Lori's link here. It was a cover of and a tribute to Eric Carmen,
Yep.
All by Myself.
They nailed it.
Yeah, man. It's just a classic. Yeah. You liked it, eh, bro?
Oh yeah, the piano was great.
Yeah. And then, oh no, I didn't. I do have it here. Mark Tanner. So I do have his link here. Folk Punk is probably laughing, so you had it. Yeah, Mark Tanner's, his vocals are just beautiful. Lori, great job.
Yes.
Rika Shade, Junkies in the Junkyard. This is a real cool track and hits close to home for me. And I think some of you understand what I'm talking about. It's a must go see to listen to. And My Hero, my friend from Italy, Andreana Amicucci. Again, a lot of dark techno, really cool stuff, powerful techno beat titled Wow. David Cartret is becoming one of the favorites in all of these communities. He released a song called Free Again. We have the Drag Gurus. At least, I think he does at least once a week, sometimes a couple in a week. This one's titled Pack. And David Joshua, who I just confirmed that he will be on this show soon.
Awesome.
Yeah. He released a song called Come Away. Pagan Song is relatively new to me. Maybe some of you have known him, and I believe I met him through Thomas Christ Community. I'm not sure if that came from Pete, but I know I've heard him on the Thomas Christ show. They released a couple of songs, Fairy Mother and Run Barbara Run. Really cool stuff. Again, go check it out. You won't be disappointed. Josh Gates released Bloodline. And then a friend of ours, Lynn, we don't hear her too often, but seems like when she comes out with songs, it's like 3 or 4 at a time. I've got 2 of them here, and I think there's one I'm missing regarding the eclipse. But this one is called Yend, and another one called The Birth of Absolutely Nothing. Part 1 and 2. It's brilliant title, and she's a brilliant artist. Really like her stuff. We have Charlie Tomstone, The Doorways of Memory. Jim Hebert, Music, released a track, I Ain't Coming Back. We were trying to play that with Folk Punk a short while ago, but we weren't able to because I messed up the video, so I'm glad he's posted this. Forest of the Wolf released Perspectives of Memories. And DJ McForest of the Wolf and Forest of the Wolf. Where is Slim JD? 2 cool tracks. Yeah. Paul released a couple tracks. I'm not sure if DJ Big Red produced these ones. I didn't fail to look. But Pal and DJ have recently hooked up and done some pretty cool stuff. When the World Cries is just a beautiful song, as well as Too Late. And then we got Paul O'Farrell. The Wobbly Ashtray Records released a track called Woman. And Paul was so kind, he went out of his way to email me this week to thank me for the shout-outs, but that's not what this is all about. This is just in case one of us had missed one of these names. Again, I told you a story of missing Manny's last 3 premieres of the Lily Pillies, and I don't know how, and I tried to unsubscribe, resubscribe, but I'm not getting any notifications. Caviar Kubrick, I'm just going to read a couple more, and I'm going to introduce, I'll stop at 40 and I'll make a mark. Caviar Kubrick, alternative R&B beat. Doorways into Music, known as Joey, was introduced by Laurie's Mishmash, a remix cover of You Can't Touch the, I'm sorry, So Much Like You. I just mixed up the songs. Proven Groove released a remix cover of You Can't Touch This. And of course, our Eleni Perez, a beautiful ukulele cover of Still the One. She did a absolutely beautiful job there. And Zeo Fender released a track, a tribute to 15th Bend. Very cool stuff. And we're going to stop with Emmanuel Farrow, guitarist, released a collaboration with Badass Brutus Guitar. And I say that because I know Rose Ackerman, I think, now that I think about it. That's probably how I met her. He does a lot of collabs with a lot of people, fine artists. So on that note, I'm gonna, what do you think, buddy? I know you've had a chance to check out some of her music, Roses.
What is it Burning, Burn It Down? What's the
Yeah, yeah.
second to last?
I think it's
That's
Burn It Down.
Burn It Down, yeah.
Yeah. Is that your favorite?
Yeah, well, that and then the one she just dropped is
Just.
incredible.
Yeah.
It was,
Yeah.
yeah.
We're gonna find the link to that. I forgot to mention that too. I'm not sure. Maybe I put it in here, but regardless, we'll get. If somebody can find Rose Ackerman's new release, that would be helpful too. So I'm going to start it off with a little Hetriani. What's going on, brother? I'm gonna Gary Hubs. Independent. Hello, everybody. So I can't read it off, everybody, from Lori, but I'm gonna. Michael. All right. I'm gonna introduce Rose Ackerman with a little video describing what I caught on her About Us, and if this doesn't inspire you artists out there, I don't think nothing will. You got to check this out. This is what caught me.
Hey, I'm gonna have to cut the air off for a second, okay?
Oh, how good is that? How good is that? Let me take you off mute. And without further ado, let's introduce Rose Ackerman. It's come on. There we go. Rose.
Hey, hi Frank. Dwight, good to be here
Hey,
with you.
hey, glad to have you.
Oh, Frank, you're doing a really good job of keeping up with everybody. I don't know how you do that.
Oh no, that's everybody else in the background. All I'm doing is I just found a new toy. I just keep clicking the buttons and everybody's chatting. Believe me, I think I'm way behind. So, but thank you. And we're so happy to have you on. Rose, I've been
Absolutely.
following you for at least what, 2 years probably, and
Yeah.
just amazing music. Your whole channel, uh, everything inspires me about you. Our about us section is very similar. We're just playing and writing to inspire others to live their to dream, and yeah, this is beautiful. I'm gonna have um, East Virginia Dwight ask you some questions. This is I'm just so excited to have you on, and thank you for accepting.
Oh, thanks for having me, Frank. I really appreciate it.
I wanted to start off by asking you, do you mind telling everybody how long you've been playing?
How long I've been playing? I've been playing well about 9 years,
9 years.
almost 9 years. Yeah, since I was 70, I started playing, and uh, I don't know. I just play. So that's all I can tell you about it. I just decided to pick up a guitar and play, which, it was a little bit of a challenge because I don't know anything about music. I don't read music, and I don't. I really don't know uh, what key I'm playing in. I couldn't tell you any of that, but I know the sound of it, and uh, I just play it. And somehow turns out to be a tune sometimes. Sometimes it's good enough to record and put out there. So yeah, just started posting these things, and a couple of people liked them, and a couple more people liked them, and it's it's been really great connecting to all these people because some of these, I mean, there's so many really really good musicians out there. That, we enjoy each other's music.
That's right. Are you a fan of the blues?
I really am. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
can tell.
I really
you
am.
think? Yeah. You know, you said something interesting in the backstage earlier this afternoon where you were talking to us, and uh, I, I think Dwight asked when you started, and you said you started playing and it started to just sound good. But I just thought that was beautiful. What did you mean by that?
Well, sometimes I think, you connect with people, maybe people that have gone on before you. And I think this music is out there in the universe, and you just kind of connect to it. And
Yes.
I just think somebody else is guiding my hands sometimes, some spirits or the spirit of some other people. Um, and I don't know how that works, and it's hard to explain, but that's just a feeling that you get. And sometimes you feel so connected to the universe. I think when you play, I think
Yes.
that's the wonderful thing about music. You feel connected to the universe, you feel connected to other people. And
Yeah,
Couldn't agree more.
that's yeah, and the sound that you produce from the tones from that guitar and that playing, I think everybody in this in the chat will definitely
well,
agree that
I think
doesn't sound like yeah.
the other thing that when I started out, I couldn't, my fingers wouldn't work on those strings, So I started out playing slide, and it if you and most of the time I'm always I've done very few things in standard tuning. I'm always in open tunings because that's easy. You know, you're always um, on a chord,
Yeah.
so it's
Yeah.
it's not so hard to figure out. I can't make heads or tails out of standard tuning. So that's you kind of do these adaptive things, which I think that the old blues players did because they didn't understand they didn't understand standard tuning
Right.
either, and they
No theory.
and the ones that were blind and had all kinds of disabilities, they could still play with a slide because you can slide up to that note, and if you can hear it, you can play it.
That's
That's an
amazing.
interesting workaround.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Folk Punk told me once that Robert Johnson um, played with three strings on his guitar, you know, and it's just amazing. You
Yeah.
got an incredible talent, and for somebody who's been playing, picked it up at 70 and been playing for 9 years, you would and I'm gonna do a couple more shoutouts, but there was a couple interesting things that you shared with Dwight and myself in backstage about your recording. I'm gonna do a little bit of shout out if it's okay with you. Welcome Metalhead Hippie. He was one of those channels that I was telling both of you that please submit your songs to his channel. And you'll be amazed at the support you're going to get and the love you're going to get feel from this community. It's just amazing people here. I need these glasses because I don't want to screw this up, but I'm sure I'll find a way to do that anyways. So I'm going to shout out some more. We're at 42 and we have like about 130 shout outs again. That's going to keep folk punk and independent many united and all the other mods out there. I'm not sure if you're all able to find the Bandcamp links to both these artists because they are available. I recently purchased Rose's I think a discography. I'm not sure, or was at least one album anyways. As well as East Virginia studio. So we'll continue with the 42nd shout out Dragon Orb, Imaginary Friends. He released premiered a track this week. Brian's Drum Cave, really good supporter of my channel. And once again, spread the love. If you go on to anybody that I shout out here, I promise you, if you go visit their channel, it's going to come right back at you. And this is how our community is going to grow.
Yep.
Son of Snake released a really cool track called Freakin' Luffs. And I think there was another one too. We'll probably run into that in a bit. Blue Unicorn, If I'm Crazy, Amigo, The Devil cover. What is that song called and why? Tack Full House, 5150, an instrumental titled Gorgeous. Scarlet Star, So Past It, strung out version. Again, really touched home for me. And when she says strung out version, you really got to check this out. Choey G seems to be everywhere these past couple weeks. Yeah. Major Blues Jam, clean guitar solo. Joey Beanie, the spiritual mentor. Be scared, be brave. Hope I don't butcher this, but it's our buddy Ernst Vingerhoitz, Speak Low, an original. And I got word from a Canadian friend of mine, brand new to this community. Please all go check her out. She's going to start to submit songs to all our streaming channels. Her name is Amy Wallace. Incredible artist. Another channel you must go check out. She's runs a little business that's going to pick up similar to what folk punk does, but she will be available in, I believe, June. We have her coming up, or first week of July. 2 tracks, one called Dune, Hans Zimmer, Paul's Dream cinematic cover, and then yeah, this is about the time I get tired and not even halfway through. And another one called Casper's Lullaby. And then Sergio D'Ambrosio. How can you tell I like Italians? A cover of Judas Priest's Devil's Child. Never go wrong with Judas Priest. Obsidian Snow released a cover of Monkey's Daydream Believer. That was one of my favorite tunes growing up. And another Badass Brutus guitar, a collaboration with Greg Dubowski. Charles Koffler, a good supporter of my channel, released a Neil Young cover of Harvest. Kaylin's compositions, I think a few of you may know her, extraordinary pianist, released a track called The Kraken. And KTH Metal Shack, where I met through Metalhead Hippie Community, released Roadhouse. And Old Man Music, I think I met him through 15th Bend Car. It's titled Car, and it's an instrumental. And James Timms Music, a brilliant guitarist, released a track called Horde. And our good friend we hadn't heard from in a while, Jernea Medved, released a beautiful track titled Jazz in Tea. I think it's Jazz in Tea or something. Beautiful. Gary Schaefer, the Pickin' Pilot, released a cool track called The Battle for Legal Tender. And our friend Greg Hutto, Rain on Me. Really good job on that, Greg. Viola is a friend of my channel, and once again, I'm trying to get her to start submitting and spreading, sharing some of her music to some of these streaming platforms. Once again, if we go visit her channel, I don't care if you tell her that you heard her shout out through me, because that's not what it's about. Just kind of go over and just encourage some of these artists to start sharing their music. You'll all be amazed. She released a track called Stay on These Roads. And Mamsie Graham, hadn't heard from him for a while, since his birthday. I think I was in the stream. Forsaken Sound of the Fractured, really cool track, acoustic. Midnight Bandit released Defects, an ambient track. Pictures Within, All Inside Your Head. There's another new band to our communities. And then we've got some riff madness with string riffer, Transformers animated series theme song on guitar. Amazing guitarist. We're going to just read out a couple more and then I'll shut up. Two Eternal Butterflies, Return to Myself, Sinobu. And Turtle Drum released a nice original called When the Sky No Longer Sings. What a beautiful title. And then my good friend Melanie Choli, who has agreed to be on this stream. She's going to be
Awesome.
a featured artist
Wow.
soon. Yeah, I'm not sure. Do you know Melanie? So I must have, that's part of this community that we're involved in. And that's all I'm trying to do, Rose, is just bring everybody together. And like I said, once you start going into the metalhead hippie community and 15th Bend, Thomas Christ, you're gonna be amazed at all the love and the support. Dwight can attest to that right there.
Oh yeah.
So Melanie released a couple tracks called "You Can't Make Me Believe," "Give Peace a Chance," pop. It's not what you think, but it's just a beautiful track. And she also released "Blossom," piano and vocal ballad based from a Shakespeare poem. So that takes us to number 72. I'm sure we're all, even me, dying to hear some more of
Oh, yeah.
your music, Rose. So I think, do you remember which song? Because don't ask me. I I played them in the order that you
Which
sent them.
song? Was probably SpaghettiOs was next.
That sounds
It's an improv and it was an
Yes.
iPhone recording.
Yes. Okay. So we're gonna play this, and then you're gonna talk a little bit about that, because that's exactly what the topic, the discussion I wanted to have with you. So here we go again.
Hey, you good? You need the fan on or anything?
Let me unmute us. How beautiful was that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, thank you. A lot of my stuff that I do are improvs.
Yeah.
So
Can I
I
ask about the title?
spaghettios. Oh, I did a whole
Yeah.
series of noodles.
Oh, okay. Noodling.
They
Oh,
were noodles.
genius.
And they were all noodles, different kinds of noodles.
I
Uh,
like it.
eh,
That is so awesome. So now I have to um, let's let everybody know of your recording process because we were talking a few people that me myself an iPhone that records only on his iPhone, and here's another artist. What are your processes?
um, I don't know about process. I don't have much of a process. I just play, and I record the things. I have. I'll show you this little
Oh yeah.
Zoom handy H1 handy recorder, which it does. I mean, it produces a really good sound. Really does a good job, and that's what I usually use and record my things. And then I have an Audacity program on my computer that if I feel like adding some reverb to it, I can, or you know, editing it, chopping it off. Because I'll play for like 20 minutes sometimes, and nobody wants to listen to 20 minutes of me playing the improv, so I'll cut it off.
Well,
Two minutes is usually enough.
yeah, well, the attention span of the listener now, judging by
Yeah,
if
Yeah.
you look
listen
at
to
some of
this
the,
crazy old lady playing for 20 minutes.
I don't think the crazy old lady age has anything to do with it. I think just our society, our attention span is just down to, again, according to the analytics on some of these songs. I don't know what you guys, if out there in the chat, if you've seen this, like a minute,
Mhm.
you'd be lucky to get 40 seconds, 30 seconds.
Yep.
I don't know. Some
The days of the intro are over.
Yeah, yeah, and you know what? Again, this is why it's so important. And I'll keep shouting them out: Metalhead Hippie, 15th Bend, Thomas Christ, Pete Johns, Ron Ward, Independent Many United, Chad and Jade. And this is why I keep shouting them out because that's where they're gonna listen to the whole song. You know. So again, we make this community grow. We're gonna music heard out there, and I think if you were to go on a like Metalhead Hippie does these shows he puts together on Tuesdays, just slipped my mind what it's called, but I don't think anybody would mind listening to 20 minutes of you playing that guitar with those tones
Mhm.
and wait till the slide songs come in. It's just beautiful. And yes, she sings too.
Yes.
Oh, well, that. Well, yeah, I guess about a year ago, I tried. Uh, you know, I just put one out there for the fun of it. That I sang, and oh, people liked it, so I'm egotistical enough to keep doing it.
Story of all of us.
You tell me you like it, okay, I'll do it again.
Yeah.
You better hope you meant it.
Yeah, now she won't stop. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm bringing a basket full. That's beautiful.
We're just having fun here. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm having fun. I hope it. I hope there's a message that I get out there some every now and then.
Well, there certainly is. You caught my attention. like I said, I think a lot of people in this community know how many people I know in this community, and you're the seventh featured artist on this channel, and there's a reason for that. I respect your music. I respect your mission statement. Let's call it. Love your story. Once again, if that doesn't inspire, there's so many artists I can bet that are out there saying they're not artists, and they're supporting our channel, and I bet you this is going to inspire them to put out some of their work as well. And it's so easy to do. Like you said, I'm not even familiar with that. I'd like to know a little bit more about it.
Yeah, these are about $100. You know,
There you
but
go.
they really do a good job.
And what's it
There's
called
a good
again? Maybe
sound.
Folk Punk can throw it in the chat. What's it called? The R2, R1? I don't know.
What's this one?
The
Is
M one, right?
Oh, it's a Zoom.
H1 handy
H1.
recorder. It's a Zoom H1. I think they have some better than this. Big, you know, they do more. You know, they have more. You know, can do several tracks on them and things. But this one's just really simple. That's what I'd like to do too. Is keep things simple because the more. I mean, I have so many things I think to keep track of, and I think so many people are like that. There's so many things to keep track of that you have to keep track of. And I keep the music simple.
And it sounds great. Simple is often the best way to go. It's when we tend to complicate things where we get stressed and it's not so much fun anymore,
Yeah.
is what I believe. I'm going to shout out a few more channels here. So here's another friendly friend of my channel. Again, we support each other back and forth. She's very busy. Her name is, she's got two different channels. Jenny Jazz pop cover channel. She did a cover of Jennifer Rush's Power of Love, and that was really beautiful. And she also has Jenny's country music channel. Again, you all would love this. She's an incredible vocalist. She does a cover of Alison Krauss's I Don't Believe You've Met My Baby.
That's a great one.
Yeah, a nice country bluegrass track. And then speaking of beautiful vocals, we have Lady Campion. She's probably in the house somewhere, or she'll be watching this on replay. I know it. She did a cover of Kiss Me.
Yeah, that was great too.
Yeah, like I said, Rose, I can send you the whole list of these because I know you're not watching this through the YouTube, you're just seeing it through the comments. I can send you all these links. Caviar Kubrick, there's another one, R&B and indie pop type beat. Nice originals, excellent production work. Howell Osborne, You're the Reason God Made Oklahoma. What a great cover.
Yeah.
Small Town Girl and Bob Clements, another great channel that I've been following for several years. Waiting for Miracles. Adam Holtz always puts out at least 2 or 3. He's put out With Only You and Riffin' It to Shreds, a collab with Joey G. And like I said, Joey G is all over the map here. Bowstar, one of the funnest channels. Yeah, I know you're familiar with them. Bowstar has got one of the funnest channels of all. Them and Axe and Nacho. A cover of Eric Clapton's Wonderful Tonight. And then to those of you who are learning how to play guitar and you want to see some strumming techniques or just watch, he's got so many songs and it's all acoustic type songs, where he's got the chords and he's showing you how to play through, and it's got the lyrics. You can just strum along, play along. That's Nora Guitar Channel. This one is a cover of Imagine Dragons, Eyes Closed. Like I said, it's got guitar chords and lyrics to it. Really cool stuff. One of my favorite pianists is Karen Baldwin. I catch her often whenever I can, because usually in the morning again when I'm setting up for work. A brilliant performer. She does a lot of original compositions as well as covers, but known for her originals. Is just beautiful music. You got to go check out Karen. She's out of Scotland. CC Karaoke, I think I seen him in the chat. Another good Canadian. He releases a lot of karaoke tracks where he takes out the lyrics, and you just go visit his channel. They're there for the taking. I know there's a lot of karaoke singers out there. And if you just want to use it as a backing track to record over, it's really cool stuff. And he's a great person, a great supporter. And then a friend of mine, Vintage Tone, Sam. We've been following each other for a few years now. He releases 2 or 3 tracks. They're like a minute and a half, 2 minute long. This one was an octave fuzz jam. And then another good friend of mine, Toothpick Vic, Prima Donna, Feral Children. Sorry, Prima Donna was the band. The Frankie Callas does a lot of bass covers. Calzas, sorry, bass covers. This one was of Los Lobos, I Got Loaded. And we all know the beautiful voice, the powerful voice coming out of Joe Norman. Released an Elvis Presley cover called If I Can Dream. And then a young drummer that I think Lori's in the chat, and maybe I should bring that back up. Exit full screen. Lori's in the chat. I met him through Lori. He did the drums for a cover that we did with Lori and Gary, and this one was 11 drums, and I think he's only 13 or 14 years old, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow.
Yeah.
Start him young.
You got to see his drum kit. It is huge.
And Neil Peart.
Yeah. I made a little note here because I saw a good friend of mine through YouTube. It's Mega Van Mike. It's a really cool channel. Takes you through journey. Husband and wife. I think they both retired now, and they just go through a journey throughout the states and with their van, their camper, their trailer. Really cool channel. Great supporter. Go over and check them out. I'm going to read 3 more before we get into just 4 quick shout outs. So Leah Ramos, New Viral Remix Disco. Robbie Stingle. I just put his channel because Robbie can release about 15 tracks a week. This guy's a writing machine, and he's introduced, he went from the electric guitar to the acoustic guitar to the gong to the piano. Great work. And then Stephen Ewert, where I think they're battling for the most releases per week. And between them, I'm sure they're setting a Guinness Book of Records for it's just, but they're great musicians. So who else? So I want to just shout out 4 people in a section that I call Do and For Others before we continue with this music. Leni Perez is probably always going to be there, and she's just relentless in sharing other people's music. We've got Rebel Rocker, and then you got Dan Anderson. this guy is I don't know, man. It's like one a day. It's not just mine. He's just sharing again, like Leanie. They're just sharing everybody's music out there.
That's
Really
awesome.
respectful. He has his own channel and it's daily. I think at 1:00. I've got it down in the list here. But he actually released his own song called Frozen in Time also. So there's a nice little link for you. George Echevarria, Jorge, I keep saying George. He's a great supporter of so many channels out there. And then Colorful Energy did a beautiful job to celebrate tribute to Metalhead Hippie's 4-year anniversary. She had Lori's Mishmash on it. You got to go check out this. I'm sure they're putting out the link, and it's really beautiful. Well done, both of you. Okay, I'm going to stop there. Need to take a break, and I'm sure everybody wants to listen to some more.
Mm-hmm.
Rose Ackerman. So, Rose, how you liking this so far?
Well, yeah, it's a little overwhelming. All these people, but it's really nice. I'm enjoying myself.
Well, this is what it's all about. And I'm sure everybody out there, I know I do, or else I wouldn't be doing this. You know, if you're not enjoying the music that you're producing, then why are you producing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I said somebody said, "Oh, that's the thing I just posted. You were really feeling it. You're really feeling that one." And I was like, "Well, I think if you don't feel it, you shouldn't play it."
Right?
That was my comment.
Yeah, if it ain't coming from here,
That's right.
put it down. So let's go into the next song.
Oh yeah.
Let's do that right now. Everybody, if you're out there, please go hit up Rose Ackerman as well as East Virginia Studio if you hadn't already. It's a channel worth, both channels are worth your while. Terrell, how are you? And yes, I'll be there Friday. Worth your while to go check out. They both have Bandcamp links. Enjoy this next song because I really do. This is Dwight's favorite.
As I stood waiting for a break in the sky, a voice said to me, "Let the sleeping dog lie." As the clouds were shifting, I could hear my mama cry. I hear angels singing in his sweet by and by. We said fire to the water, fire to the water, fire to the water. Burned it all down. Well, they were calling my name. was leaving the same way they came. Someone lit a lantern 'cause the light began to wane. He set fire to the water, set fire to the water, he set fire to the water, and we burned it all down. We had been wading in that water, thought we could get clean. Couldn't figure out what any of it mean. Couldn't hear God for the rumbling of machines. Come down, comes down, comes down to the mean green. Comes down to the mean green. Fire to the water, we set fire to the water, fire to the water, and we burned it all down.
All right, let's come on back. So I may have missed a few other questions, and I guess that's something I got to get used to doing. But Folk Punk has that question for you, Rose.
Well,
What
I
does your
see that.
yeah?
Well, a lot of my family's gone on now, and that's what happens when you get to be really old. But I don't. There's a couple of people that are supportive of what I do, yeah, but I don't think most of them really even know about it. I've sent them things, and you know, it's just me because it's like uh, they don't respond too much.
Yeah, you know what? I could relate with that because at the beginning, I was just DMing and texting everybody the link of a new song, and the odd time I'd get a comment back, but yeah, it seemed to have found more love in these communities.
Yeah, same.
And I'm sure it's not because they don't like it, but oops, I got all tangled. It's more you take it for granted. Well, she's there or he's there to listen to whenever I need to. But yeah, your music is just beautiful. I can tell by the response that we're getting here in the
Yeah,
in the
chat's
chat.
going crazy for you.
Yeah.
Well, I just get out there and do that, and then I'm it took me a while to learn how to play and sing at the same time, and that's really hard to do. And if anybody's trying to do it out there and hadn't done it before, it's really hard. So you have to kind of just not even think about what you're playing. You get
That's
to the
the
point where
that's the key.
you don't think about what you're playing, and then you listen back to it and say, "Well, that sounds okay." So, but I'll put that out there.
Yeah.
But sometimes it takes a while to be able to do that. If you start thinking about it too much, you can't do it.
Especially the style that you're playing.
Yeah.
It's one thing, like my style is just strum and sing, right? For the most part. But what you're doing, I don't know if I could do that.
So yeah, I think the next track that you're gonna play, I didn't do it that way. I didn't play it and sing it at the same time, but it's still weird. It's really weird. So it's really sometimes you just do what you feel, and it comes out. I don't know, very emotional. This was a very emotional song for me, and it really isn't a song. It's just a few words. So,
Well, then we got to get right into that one, don't we? Let's do it.
Been a long time, long time coming. Ooh, been a long time. There's been a long time. I'm a long way from home. Long, long been a long time coming. Yes, it has. Been a long time coming. Yes, it has. Ooh. long way, a long way, a long way, a long way from home. Long way, long way. Been a long time coming. Been a long time coming.
Yeah. Let me bring everybody back. There we go. Wow, that was fantastic. Well done, Rose. Did I take? Oh, let's take. Sorry, Dwight.
That's fine.
Why isn't he saying anything? Yeah.
Yeah, I think everybody was saying a lot of Lead Belly, Robert Johnson vibes on that one.
Yeah, well, that was, of course, of the open tuning and the slides, two different guitars there. It's an acoustic guitar and an electric guitar and some effects there. And so it just turned out like that. And I had the guitar tracks, and then I started singing to it, and it was more of a, spontaneous thing that just came out.
What kind of slide do you use?
Oh, I have several different kinds, and mostly I use a brass slide. But
Me too.
I
That's
have
my go-to.
I have a glass one, and I have a ceramic. The ceramic is pretty nice for because it doesn't make as much noise.
Yeah.
So
I use the brass most of the time. I just got a new bottleneck, but I wanted to try the mag slide, the magnesium one. I've heard good things about it too. Same thing, it's not as noisy, I've heard.
Yeah, I heard somebody playing with a wooden slide, but that was I don't know. I think it was
That's cool.
ebony wood.
Oh wow.
But I guess you can make a slide out of almost anything.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Well, you've got the attention of some pretty amazing guitarists. You got Wes Rainfield and Hugh Hetriani, and so many others. And you'll see what I mean when you go visit their channels. They're just incredible guitarists, and they're giving the thumbs up. You're doing something right.
I really appreciate that. I never think I'm in the league with some of these guys, but I really
But
appreciate it. I appreciate the encouragement and all the.
I don't think you realize how many people you're inspiring, Rose. I'm just saying. So I do want to shout out to some of the coming up events. Don't forget, and yes, I'm being biased to some of my favorites. Kubrick 1972 is still working on a new album coming up titled Mother Earth. You can visit his channel. Gary Hubbs, he's on House Record Volume number 27. I got that link that let me get back to the comments so I can see what's going on. Mr. Smith is on tomorrow evening at 8 p.m. So there's his channel link because I didn't see the stream link. You got Lady Campion who started a dinner music stream. It runs Wednesday evenings between 7 and 8 p.m. just for an hour. Really nice stuff. And we saw Terrell. She was away working on some special projects, stage stuff. And she's back with her Friday night karaoke at 10 p.m. She asked me to come on the panel, and yep, I'll be there Friday night. It's a lot of fun there, and she's got a lot of energy, man. And then I want to get a few mentions out here before we continue, just so I could. That's why I can't read. Set Up by Marshall is doing some pretty amazing things. I'm a member of his channel. He's got a lot of guitar repair, gear repair, reviews on certain gear, live jams. He's got an incredible sound, live sound happening. Development of a Void. DOA is doing some pretty amazing stuff, recording live. Usually catch him morning Eastern time, but go check out that channel. Jackson Pierce. He's going to be on this a featured artist coming up soon, and as well as, like I mentioned, Michael Thompson, who's in the chat. I can't wait for these artists to come up. Music Therapy Laz. Together We Are Family. I'm going to go through a few of these. Rich New Designs, The Art of Floundering podcasts, and the Jay Jordan are great supporters of my channel, so they're getting a stream shout out, and as are these all these that I'm shouting out here. Preston Smith Music Wednesday night live jam. I think he starts at maybe 8-9 o'clock. He's Northern Ontario. Michael Lanthier every Tuesday. He's got Wool 7 Music. He's got an album he's working on, and that's the album with Hetriani, Development of a Void, 15th Bend. And I hope I didn't. I hope I didn't miss anybody. But it's going to be killer. Vince Janella, Monday night. He usually comes on after the stream. If Metalhead Hippie or Lori's in the chat. Last week he wasn't. I think he came on at 12 o'clock. So you can throw up that link. Rick Romanelli is usually on at 5, but I think he changed his time. I think I saw something. If somebody has a link to that. Axe and Nacho Monday night and Wednesday nights. Usually around 11 o'clock. Charlie Baldwin, Happy Friday live streams and the Happy Sunday live streams. And every Tuesday at 8 o'clock in the morning, he's got a release. That's Eastern time. Every Tuesday. The Falcro Wednesday Lame Live. Another Richard's going to be on this channel as a co-host. Rhett from the Mix Club. Shout out to Rhett. Valerie Bott, Old Song Club, and What the Flock. And forgive me, judging by this, I did forget a few I forgot the PDF on my desktop. So it's not the updated one, but we got Mama Rose channel. I know she's friends with Lori's Mishmash, and she does support a lot of these channels. So I wanted to give her a shout out. Rise of Dark Leela. She streams every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at 3:30 p.m. Mandar and Pendar. There's a channel that you gotta go check out. And I know Pendar does her karaoke's as well, alongside with Miss Hyde. Pendar, if you're out there or somebody, you can post that link. Angela Tanzer is another karaoke streaming channel. Michael Songs is he streams Sundays, and I think it's every other Wednesday, or did I get it reversed? But pretty much Sunday and Wednesday. But there's the channel link. You can go check that out. And I spoke with Brad the other day, and he is on episode number 7, and I put the link for episode number 7. But after his 10th episode, he's moving his streaming time from Saturday, 10 o'clock, what he normally had. After the 10th stream, he's going to move it on to Sunday. I'm not exactly sure what time, but we still have time for that. And I will announce it. Another great channel, Chris Lane, Dom Torregrosa. I should know how to pronounce that, right? There's both their channel links. They stream. I've got Tuesdays. I think they're Thursdays too at 8 o'clock. They're great supporters of many channels. Chris Durham Music, every Monday at 12:30. He's got a beautiful piano, live piano stream. Improv. It's great. Dave's music channel, and I think he's one of my very first subscribers. And he sent me a message the other day thanking me for the shout out. It's like, are you kidding me? He's been a supporter of my channel since day one, and I love what he puts out. He makes a lot of great videos to some classic songs. And I always say this, songs, new songs, as well as what catches my attention is songs that I never thought I'd hear before. Just like the other night when Laurie put out All By Myself by Eric Carmen. JM Unleashed, Words Matter, fun interactive games like Scrabble, Thursdays at 5 p.m. And Al Sanchez, Wednesday live open jam. I think he's out of England. So I'm not exactly sure of the time, but if you got a guitar, you can jump on his panel and play along. I know I've missed a few like Boltonator and Camp G-May. Once again, I did that cut and paste thing, and sometimes it works against you. But there is a few out there. And I just want to announce before, and then I can shut up, milestones. Once again, congratulations, Jeff, for everything that you've done for so many people. 4 years of streaming music. I don't know what number we came up to with yesterday, roughly, but it's got to be Rose. At least 15,000 songs he's.
Wow, that's a
yeah.
lot.
Wow.
Yeah, so and this is why I encourage you both to submit songs that way, and a great channel. Again, it's all these wonderful people you see in here, plus more, as well as Pete John's studio live. He celebrated his, and that's where myself and East Virginia studio came out of that camp. He just celebrated his 200th stream, and it was a great show. I was asked to submit a little thing for him there, and yeah, a lot of great people in these communities. Like I said, Rose, I will send you these links. You're not obligated to go, but it's just some channels. When you have some time, you go through them. But once you start to submit to these streaming channels, you're going to find a lot of people are going to go over to yours. because you've got that style of music that many people will enjoy. And
Definitely.
I'm not sure if we put out your latest release. You just released one. Why don't you talk about the one that you just released? And hey, everybody, I'm going to shut up. I get to chill. All right, Rose, tell us about that song you just released. I just caught it a
The
few hours
one
ago.
that I just the one I just put out was something I did a few years back when I was only doing slide. And I couldn't do anything else. So I did, it was over a backing track. Uh,
Hmm.
and on a Epiphone Les Paul slide guitar track. So that's that was the latest one I did. That's what you were talking about, Frank?
Yeah, it's the one that because you had already sent me all your tracks, and then I noticed that you had just posted another one.
Yeah, that's the one I just posted.
Yeah, and I'll be honest with you, I still yet to see it because I've been preparing this show. So I
It's
um,
awesome, Frank. You got to check that one out.
And
yeah,
somebody was asking to me if my family appreciates. Well, really, I consider the people that I share my music with. I consider them to be family, and most of them do appreciate it. That's why they've always been very encouraging. I've had a few people that really uh, let me know that they appreciate my music. So that's always makes you feel good.
For sure.
absolutely. So, have you ever performed anywhere outside of your own quarters, or do you plan to?
Do I play anywhere?
Yeah,
Oh, I played in church a few times.
beautiful.
You
How
know,
was
just
that?
uh, just one of my ad lib things. So
Hmm.
yeah, they people have responded pretty well to it. I think a lot of my slide tunes are very meditative kind of things that go well with a church.
Yeah. Well, I think your music and your play and everything you do go well with not just a church, but right across the board. Rose, you bring back music that, like, at least for me, um, and I don't know if it's just as a kid, just music that I know I used to listen, like my parents and my uncles used to listen to. I would hear that often. I'm a big country, a big Western lover. When I was a kid, every Saturday sitting with my dad watching Western movies all morning long, and it's just that sound of that slide and that sound that you produce. It just brings back so many good memories for me, anyways. I just absolutely adore your music, your play, your style, your uniqueness, um, and
Thank you, Frank.
it's yeah. I'm not sure if the anybody in the community has any questions. I'm gonna, and if they did, I'm probably way behind. Um, yeah, if anybody in the chat has any questions, I would love to for Rose or for um, East Virginia. Yeah. So we do have. Let me just. I'm gonna go down. So we have another song, and I'm thinking it's the last song, and I hate to say it because it's like really it's over already. Um, Yeah, it's like savoring that last candy. It's like, shit, I don't want to eat it. I don't even want to hit play. Damn. But yeah, this is honestly, this is one of the most enjoyable streams. Not to, it's this is just beautiful. This music is so relaxing, and your guitar playing is so mesmerizing. I'm gonna go ahead. Do you remember the last track that you sent me, Rose?
Yeah, it's called Goodbye, Baby. And that's what should be the last track, shouldn't it?
Wow, the way you
Very
said
apt.
it is like, okay, I won't take that personal. That's so cool. Tell us about the track before I hit play. You want to tell us something about the track before I hit play, Rose?
Oh, well, okay. It was just something I was it's just fooling around with the guitar one day, and it just happened. I made it up on the spot. So that's the way this one goes.
And those are the
One
best
of those
ones.
spontaneous things that just kind of erupts out of your guitar. You're
Beautiful. Well, let's hit play and let's check this one out.
Goodbye, baby. I ain't coming back no more. I really did love you, baby. I ain't coming back no more. Leaving early in the morning, ain't coming back no more. Leaving early in the morning, down the road I go. I ain't coming back no more. Really did love you, baby. Ain't coming back no more, no more. Goodbye, baby. Goodbye, baby. Goodbye, baby. Goodbye, goodbye, baby. Goodbye. Leaving early in the morning, down the road, leaving early in the down the road I go. Really did love you, baby, but ain't coming back no more. Oh, no. Goodbye, baby. Goodbye, baby. Goodbye, baby. Early in the morning, down the road, leaving. Down the road, early in the morning, down the road, leaving. Down the road, early in the morning. Early in the morning.
Wow. Let me bring everybody back. Yeah, just wow.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to keep up with, and you know, I had a real cool um, response from Wes Hearn. Where is it? Damn, I suck at that.
Oh, somebody was asking me what kind of strings I use, and I really, I mean, I've gone through a lot of different ones, and I don't know. I haven't, I haven't settled on a, you know, I keep changing them, uh, trying to get a better sound, and you know, I really, I use a heavier strings on the upper slide, but uh, I don't
Someone
know.
asked, "What's your favorite tuning?"
But probably open D. I alternate between open D and open C. A lot of them are open C too.
Oh wow.
And they asked me what kind of guitar I would get if I had a whole lot of money, and I probably uh, a Paul Beard biscuit cone resonator.
It's a great choice.
I would love to have.
Yeah, these toys aren't. They're pretty expensive, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
Just looked at a J45 today, and it was as much as my first car.
Oh wow. Uh,
Well, keep at it, and
Open D Vestipole. Yeah, that's right.
yeah, and your channel will grow. And yeah, I'm just trying to get caught up. If there's any other questions, you guys, I'm sitting in front of it. And I don't know how you got all those questions there, Dwight. Yeah. So that's yeah, like I said, and there was another comment by Metalhead Hippie, who one of those channels I mentioned to you both to submit for Friday's show. If you just go to his channel, but I'll send you the link and send him a song. Obviously, he's already given a green light. He really digs what you're doing, Rose, and East Virginia.
Thank you,
It's just
folk punk. I appreciate that. I'm hoping to get onto most of your channels and check out what you're doing too.
yeah, like I said, there's a lot of love in this in these communities. You really Lars is going to be on the show very soon. Um, and we are going to get Sousa Palooza and Rainfield music up here. Yeah, I'm really, like I said, I'm really glad you came up here today. I really appreciate you accepting this, and I knew it was going to go off well. You're a brilliant artist, and we've got a lot of catching up to do on all your music. Although, you know, when I really did a deep dive in the last couple of weeks, it's like, holy smokes! I know. I mean, I can tell by the red, you know, that I've listened to at least 20 of them. But man, when I went back, it's going 9 years, right? I think
Yeah, there's a whole lot of them.
yeah, and it's just yeah. And then I noticed, I went into the description and I saw the Bandcamp link, and that's why I jumped over there to make sure I purchased one of them. And
A whole
yeah.
lot of them. I hope nobody goes back and listens to all of them because some of them are. There's one that got thousands of listens, and even somebody contacted me and wanted to put it into their movie,
Oh,
and I let them do it. But of course, but I always hated that song. So, but everybody else loves it. So
isn't that
I don't know.
that is just weird, right?
Yeah, I just hated it.
Yeah.
So yeah, well,
And then we started earlier by saying that, you know, if it doesn't feel good, then don't. Well, you're kind of, you know, sometimes it's just, I don't know. Like I recently, I can attest to one of my songs, "Made Like Me." That song was made just for me to jam along. I never thought anybody would ever want to listen to that, and yet it's probably gotten the most response from any song.
Yeah,
And
somehow it connected with other people, you know. And I listened to some of them, and they're just like, oh, you cringe, you know, you kind of just like, oh, I shouldn't leave that one up there, but you know, it's kind of a history. So
Yeah, it is. People see the progress.
yeah.
oh, this was when
Well,
she was really bad.
yeah. Do you have any more questions for Rose? East Virginia Studios.
Someone had a really good one. It was something along the lines of, "What's your favorite song?" And I think that can tell a lot about a person.
Gosh, there's a
I
lot
know
of
it's like, "What's your favorite kid?" But
um,
I usually
yeah,
like to say, "What's your
there's
favorite right now?"
there's so many. I used to, you know, I was a real big Janis Joplin fan, and I used to,
Great
you
choice.
know, listen to Motown a lot. And my favorite song right now, I don't know, when I heard uh, Frank's song "Hums Like the Mockingbird,"
Mm.
that just blew me away. And I keep going
Yeah,
back and
he's good.
listening to that.
Oh wow!
That
Thank
is
you.
that's one of my favorites. It just really hits me.
Oh
I
wow!
guess we've all got that Frank song. Like,
Yeah.
mine is "Free." I'll put it on repeat sometimes.
That's pretty cool. Well, I want to take the time to thank again. I really suck at this. You guys are reading out questions, and I swear I thought I looked at all of them, and that's exactly what I was going to say. Queen Bee is a mod here, and because I'm so challenged, I'm so sorry, Queen. I mentioned to you last week that I'd made you a mod, and I think I made somebody else a mod because it's obviously not you. So I got to go back at that. And thank you to all the mods. Welcome the two new ones, um, three: Queen Bee, Prince Prodigal, and Crimson Crux. I appreciate Independent Many, Snooks, Laurie's Mishmash, Folk Punk, Queen Survivor. I appreciate you all, and for all the support that you're giving this channel, the incredible work you're doing behind the scenes, and what you're feeding me information and whatnot. This show is a community show. Um, Nothing to do about anything that I do except for my gratitude to everybody who's provided support to my channel and given me hope and the confidence and the courage. This is medicine for me. No doubt in my mind, as I mentioned on Hippie's show last night, if it wasn't for this community that I found during the times of the early times of 2020, I'm not sure where I'd be at this stage. But this community was here, and I grabbed onto it, and I really appreciate and respect all the kindness and the support, not just given to me, but the support we're giving each other. Um, yeah, I can go on forever, and again, I'll shut up. Oh my God, I'm way behind. Man, every time I go down, the cursor goes right back up to the top. No wonder I missed the question. And there's 15th Bend. And my bro, my man, the he was on let's call it about a month holiday where his family, he was home alone, let's just say. Um, and now the family's back. So yay. So I'm glad you found a few minutes to come out, brother. And Perpetual Platypusy, thank you for coming out. Thank you, everybody. And Michael Thompson's going to be on the show. Next week, we have Crimson Crux and Liz Day coming up on the show. And yeah, once again, Rose, it's official. You're in the family now, whether you like it or not. You're going to get a lot of these guys coming over to your channel, and you're going to get a lot of love and support. I know it.
Thank you very much. I hope I can keep up with everybody.
It's not easy, but like I said, the best way to do it is to go to some of these streaming platforms where you can just sit back and listen to what's out there, and it takes time. You'll people will be coming over to your channel, and you'll be slowly have the opportunity to listen to what they have. Yeah, it's just a beautiful community. East Virginia studio. I really appreciate that little short video you sent me.
Absolutely.
Heartfelt. And this is what it's all about. Again, this isn't about one person. This is about a community, and we're keeping each other strong. We're keeping each other relevant. And I think this is all really good stuff. On that note, I wish I had a track to end it with, but you know what? I'm going to get brave, and I'm going to do something here.
Uh-oh.
No, you know what? I'm not going to. Why am I going to ruin the stream? I'm just going to end it right there. I'm not sure if we posted to Vince Janella if he's on next or not. Again, this cursor goes right to the top. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you, Rose. Ackerman, thank you very much for coming out to the stream. I really appreciate you, and welcome to this beautiful community. Any final words?
Thank you, Frank and Dwight. And I really, this is almost overwhelming. I really enjoyed my stay here at the Frank show.
That's awesome, Rose. And Dwight, once again, brother, thank you very much.
Absolutely.
And I can tell you've got a beautiful community of your own, just judging by the amount of people that jumped on to send some comments to our show there. And amazing talent, and this is how it grows.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Love
Thank
you all.
Dwight.
Edition number 7 is done for the Community Pulse. We'll see you next week, and we'll see you in the rooms. Love you all, brothers and sisters. Have a great night.
Bye-bye.
Wonderful evening.